hello there, VOD watchers. I see you like this, huh? Like Grottle. He's my favorite. I love Grottle. But anyways, I'm gonna be playing a little game called Sorcery. Yes, I did watch Germa play this. That's why I'm playing it. Because it looks fun. And I like voice acting and I like story-driven shit. So, it should be really exciting. And this will be on YouTube, blah blah blah, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing now. I'm gonna pick the guy, because, you know, I love men.
You have walked the wilds of Kakabad.
Jesus, this is fucking loud. Grottle! Wait, I literally put on medieval music for this shit. The fuck? Okay, I didn't know there'd be music in this game. There was like fucking silent. Okay, whatever. God, okay. So, the reason... Okay, so every single time I click out of the game, it closes, and I literally can't game capture. I literally can't game capture. Hold on. Is there like settings? I gotta... This is loud. Only for me. I turned it down on your guys' end, but this is fucking loud.
It is said, the crown was never forged, only found by the Chalana the Reformer, a lowly foot soldier who became emperor of the Eastern world. Such is the power of the crown. The air around it crackles with influence. Wait. The crown sits unguarded on a pedestal of life. After so many hardships, can it really be so simple? Or is it yet another deception? Sure enough, as soon as you think it, the image of the crown begins to flicker. You turn about to see something approaching. It's a trap!
Ugh.
And startle yourself awake. You are alone, exhausted, in the little hut in the outpost settlement. Your unimaginable journey is not even a single step begun.
Continue. Inkle presents... Inkle the Finkle. Dumpus Steve Jackson's Sorcery. Incredible. Part 1. The Shamutanti Hills. Click your character to continue. Okay, sure. Yo.
It is sunrise. You dress breakfast on bread and goat's milk and collect the pack and sword from beside your bed.
Test the blade.
You pause to test the blade against your thumb. The blacksmith has done well. The edge is keen and draws a narrow line of blood. Outside the hut, you hear the outpost settlement stirring into life.
Pray for luck.
Think a moment more, you close your eyes and raise a prayer to your spirit guide. This morning, it has the form of a panther. But what will it become once it truly begins? A great calm descends on you.
Time to go.
Time then to depart. You lift back the flap of the hut and step into the early morning sunshine.
Okay, so... Oh, so I can like... Oh, that's wacky. Here I go. Whee! I had to do a little loop-de-round.
Eyes follow you as you leave the hut and walk towards the great Shamutanti wall. The frontiers people of this tiny settlement are well aware of your mission.
Greet them.
You turn to them and bow. Some smile in reply but are too afraid to approach. Others make gestures of protection. You are going beyond the wall, so they believe you to be...
Oh my god. That was gross. Sorry. Okay. A man
is waiting on the path to the Cantopati Gate.
What the fuck are these names?
Cantopani Gate, the final doorway between Analand and the wilds of Kakabad. You recognize the sergeant of the Sightmaster warriors. He holds out his hand.
Can I scroll down? Oh shit. That's a funky looking guy. Greetings, Sergeant. Greetings, Sergeant.
He touches his forehead with 2 fingers. You're almost ready, he says. I have for you a gift from the king. 24 gold pieces. It is all that we can spare this time.
He holds out a pouch. Take it. Of course I do. You accept the gift graciously. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know what my voice is gonna be yet for my guy, but whatever.
You should buy some supplies before you pass the wall,
The sergeant says.
and you must collect your spell book if you wish magic to aid you. Finally, should you wish to practice...
I don't think that's how you spell practice, by the way. Practice? Okay.
Finally, should you wish to practice your your sword play, I will go on one last round with you.
And he points with his staff towards the training ground. Okay, so I have to go to the training ground then, right? Okay. Alright, let's try it. You walk with the sergeant to the training ground, and he wraps the base of his staff in leather. Raise my sword.
To begin, the sergeant says, we will practice the stances. First, defend yourself against me.
Choose your attack power by dragging. Yeah. So. Okay. Oh, I see. Defend. Fwah! I take 1 damage. The Sightmaster is a powerful enemy. By defending, you will blah blah blah. I will now defend myself, he says. Whatever you play will damage me, but a strong attack... yeah. I get you. Wait. Oh, he's gonna defend.
Good choice. A strong attack would have wasted more of your power.
Next attack will be weak, he declares. You will be able to overpower me by playing a stronger attack. But be sure your attack is stronger. Fine then, bitch. Lunge! You play a strong attack. Blah, blah, blah. Overpowering. Overpowering a weak attack is easy, so you should aim to use as little power as possible. Enemy's stamina is at the top. If this reaches 0, you've won the fight. My next attack will be low, says the sergeant. You can overpower him by... Oh. Jesus. I wonder if that's too quiet. Let me... Oh, hi, Grottle. Hi again. Okay. That's annoying, but still. Whatever. 1 stamina lost. Skilled swordplay. Let's go.
You seem to remember the basics, the sergeant says breathlessly. Good. Another round. Enough training.
I shake my head. Very good. The sergeant agrees. But if you wish a bout in earnest, then I warn you, I will not go easy on you. He indicates the wider yard where there is space for a true match. I'm gonna get my spellbook. One of the huts, set slightly back from the others, is decorated with glyphs, and strange symbols. A terrible smell emanates from its doorway. This is the hut of the chief mage. He has been preparing your spellbook for days, reading star charts to work out which spells will be available for you in the different locations in the hills and beyond. Go inside, of course. I want my spells. You lift the flap and go inside. The mage looks up at you with haggard, sleepless eyes and presses the book into your hands.
Do you understand how to use this?
He asks. Yes. Wait. I mean, I don't know. I know how to use it. Ah, whatever. Fuck it. You all will get it. You all will get it. You just fucking... Yes. The mage nods. Good. He scratches absently at his ear.
Remember, some spells will cost you effort to use, but the ones that don't will not work without a focus, an item of some kind. You will need to read the book to know what.
Research magic using the spellbook. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Sorcery spellbook! This volume contains the blah blah blah, yeah. So there's zap. Creates a lightning bolt from the fingertip. Wait, these are the star ones, right? Creates a protective force field. Foff! Law. Enables non-intelligent creatures to be controlled. Dumb. Makes creature is extremely clumsy. Hot. Creates a fireball, which can be aimed at enemies. Wall. Creates an invisible wall. Zap. Hot. Fuff. Wall. Aha! Law. Dumb. Big. Walk. Dop. Raz. Sus. 6. Jig. Gob. Yob. Gum. Doc? Wait. Oh, this is like a... So I need medicinal potion for this. Giant's tooth? Wait, casting the spells requires the tooth of a giant. This is fucking loud. I can turn the music off. Okay. I can't just like... Okay, whatever. I mean, that's kind of weird, but... Alright, time to put the tavern music back on in the most unprofessional streamer way possible. Hold up. Yeah! You too! Is this loud? Fuck. Grottle! Alright. Back to the game. Yeah, become. Yeah. Doc, blah, doze? That's a spell one, right? Reduces movements and reaction. Dud. Caster can create an illusion of treasure. Oh, interesting. Madge. Sag. Whatever. Alright. This spell protects the caster from most magic. Ah, yes. Pop. Potent little spell, but one which calls for great mental concentration. Requires a pebble. Oh. This spell must be cast on small pebbles, which will then explode when thrown. Oh. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually. That might be a cool spell to use. I would like a pebble. This spell is useful if the caster is caught in a pit, trap, or falls from a considerable height. When cast, it makes the caster's body as light as a feather. Cool. Man, there's a lot of spells. Tell requires a skull cap. Read the mind. Read mind. Air to fill with nauseating stench. There's so many spells. Okay, well, let's get back to the game. Hit like this? Okay, cool. I probably gotta buy rations though, right? I got 24 gold to spend here. Small traders in the settlement supply the site master warriors with weapons, armor, food, and clothing. You go over with the sergeant to a stall selling flatbreads and cheese. 2 gold pieces per ration, the owner says. Haggle. Do you know who I am? I am Analand's great hero, you tell him. The man looks uncomfortable. Oh, I know that, but I have to feed my family today, whatever happens to the crown. Okay, I'll buy... Well, how many rations can I eat, like, a day? Like half a ration? It's probably worth... You check your pack, there's room for plenty inside. I'll take 4. 4 rations is 8 gold pieces, the man says, holding out a hand. Buy them. I can be with 16 gold. That seems fine. You hand over your coins and the man places 4 rations carefully into your pack. You must be sure to eat every day or you will suffer, the sergeant tells you. Oh, the sergeant. Standing at your side, eating more will give you extra strength, but is not necessary. I'm turning British all of a sudden. Approach the gate. You reach the foot of the mighty gate. It is sealed. The sergeant places one hand on the wood. The gate has been locked for some time to deter raiders, he tells you. But you will have no difficulty. The stars in this place allow the dup spell to be crafted. And he stands back. Cast a spell. Let's go. Alright. Dup. Wait. Dod. Wait. D. O. P. Opens locks and doors. Ah. You weave the spell. One by one, the great tumblers of the door begin to crack, creak, and groan. Then the hinges turn with a noise like hail on a canvas roof. These gates have not opened since our last champion was lost, the sergeant says. I wish you more than luck than he. Perhaps you will even meet him on your travels. If I overtake him, then he is too slow. The Sightmaster nods, peering at something on the horizon. I believe he is returning, but transformed. I hope you do not meet the same fate. He claps you on the shoulder. Enter the gate. Together you step into the shadow of the wall. One last word, he declares. When you have the crown, find the highest point you can find. We will be watching. I understand. I will not wish you a safe journey to Kar, for the way ahead will not be safe, the sergeant murmurs, as he peers into the distance through the open gate. The Sightmaster warriors were selected from birth for their incredible powers of telescopic vision. You cannot help but wonder. You cannot help but wonder how far he can see. Tell me what lies ahead. This path leads first to Cantopani, a settlement of trainers. Though most are rogues and thieves, you should be there before the sun has reached its peak. From there, three routes lead on to Kristitani, but no single route is safe. Kakabad is a land of devils. And beyond Kar? I cannot see so far, he says. But once you have crossed the city port of traps, you will enter the backlands. They say that the day and night there are controlled by forces other than the sun. And from Kar, too, your progress will be watched. It is time to go. You thank him? I thank him. I pass through the gate. The faces of the folk watching our my departure reveal the hopes that rest on me and my quest. The early morning air is crisp, and the rising sun paints the slopes in shades of peaceful beauty, concealing the evil that lies ahead. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. The path winds through the slopes of wild scrubland. The countryside is deserted and eerie. Silence is broken only by the cawing of the occasional crow. Ah! But there is a spell for hearing what they say. But you do not have the equipment it requires. The bird appear to pause in the air to examine you as they pass. They make you uneasy, as if you are an intruder in their presence. Keep walking. Barely an hour beyond the wall, and the air begins to grow foul. The Shamutanti hills are infested with the pestilence of the backlands. It saps the energy from your body and leaving you feeling nauseous and weak. Cover my mouth. Cover your mouth with your neck scarf, but it does no good. They warned you of this. You will grow accustomed to it longer you are out here. But for the moment, you must be very careful. My maximum stamina has decreased! No! Alright. Low rise. Travel cost cross country? I mean, there's a town like right there, right? That looks like a town. I don't know why. I mean, I could go up there. Like here. I want to see what's over here. Another hour passes and you crest a small hillock. from the top of which you can see the path continuing downwards into a small settlement of huts. This must be Cantopani. Look at the village. From this distance, it's hard to make out much about the town, except that it must be desperately poor. The fields on either side are brown with caked mud, and the few penned animals are thin and wizened like thirsty vines. No wonder the Sightmaster warriors don't trouble themselves to protect this place. There is nothing here to protect. Alright, let's go to Cantopani. Yeah! Of course, if you cannot handle a town like Cantopani, then you could not hope to survive in Kakabad proper. You follow the path down into town. The round huts are made of hard-baked bright clay, and the roofs are thinly thatched. As you pass, eyes appear at dark doorways, tracking your every move. For a moment, you think they will allow you to pass unchallenged, but then, a villager appears from one of the dwellings and blocks your path. Look at him. Cast a spell, no. I don't want to be a meanie, I'm just gonna look at him. He is 5 feet tall. They cannot grow much taller out here in this poisonous air. He has thick-set arms and thighs and is half-clothed in tattered breeches. His eyes are wild, and his long red hair and beard standing out from his face in a wiry tangle. "Halt, stranger," he commands.
"Halt, stranger," he commands. "What business do you have in Cantopani?"
I want to buy equipment. He grunts, but you can see that he is pleased. With emotion, he encourages you to follow, taking you through the village to a large hut. Inside, you find that the building is a storage house. A quartermaster, somewhat plumper than your guide, is seated at a table. Stride over to him like, Okay, you stride across the room, very gaily, and put out your hand for the fat man to shake.
"Greetings, I'm here to
Oh wait, that's me. Shit, I'm not, that's not my voice. Okay, that's me. Greetings, I'm here to trade, you declare. You're a merchant? I hear this village has excellent wares. This man looks startled, but gets quickly to his feet.
"Oh, good day to you, sir. Sit, I'll show you what little I have."
Sit down. He quickly hustles the villager out of the door as you sit. The man wags a finger.
"Wait there."
He disappears for a moment into a side room. I'm gonna search the room. While the man is out of sight, you quickly rifle the nearby shelves, but find rifle. Like, that sounds a little... That sounds like I'm just, like, fucking, like... just sweeping the shelves with my hands and arms. Just... What the fuck? A rifle? Okay, whatever. You quickly rifle the nearby shelves, but find nothing except for a small vial of potion. I'm gonna leave it. Whatever. Leave it where it is. There is no way of telling what the vial might contain, after all. Merchant returns, carrying a large box.
"For you,"
he declares, moving his hands as he speaks.
"You've come to the right place. This collection, the very best. Our most strange and interesting artifacts. Collected from other travelers who have come this way."
He begins to lay the items out in front of you, treating each with great care. You have 16 gold pieces to spend, but is there anything here you'd want to buy? A weapon sounds kind of cool. Leather bag. I mean, I already have a sword, right? Leather bag. Would I be able to, like, carry more shit? I'd like a pipe. I think Germa already did the pipe. But I mean, a pipe sounds so fucking good. I want... What? A monkey? Why am I a monkey now? Okay, well, whatever. Sip a doctor. Alright. What's the weapon cost? What weapons do you have? Merchant looks at you carefully, sizing what kind of customer you are. Kind of to place a newly bought dagger against his neck, or the kind to tip him for the quality of the blade. But he must see your honor shining through as he wags his finger once more and then collects an axe, fine broadswords from another corner of the shop.
"These are both treasures as well as deadly weapons of war, I'm sure you will agree."
Broadsword. Let's look at the broadsword. Lift the broadsword. It has a ready weight and cutting edge is sharp. It has clearly been all honed by a master craftsman.
An exquisite blade, don't you think? Merchant grins. Only 7 gold pieces.
Ooh. Big sword, huh? Does that, like... I don't know how this works. I think it might give me some power. Like, I hope it's pretty...
It shall be mine.
It shall be mine, you reply, nodding once. Merchant reaches over, and you place 7 gold pieces into his palm.
Please, the merchant says. Something else today? Still have 9 gold pieces to spend.
How much is a musical pipe? 3 gold pieces. Pick a bamboo pipe off the table, carved with a split reed and 6 finger holes.
3 gold pieces, the merchant says. I can't promise you that it has any magic, but it may well cheer you up at night.
Play it. You place the pipe to your lips and blow a few clear, sweet notes. Merchant nods.
It's a well-made little thing, don't you agree?
Let's buy it. Fuck it. I may be frickin', spending way too much here, but I don't know. These are fun. Besides, I'll probably just get a bunch of fucking gold somewhere else anyways. You hand him 3 gold pieces and he thanks you with a nod. You place the pipe into your bag.
Very good,
the merchant says, patting his money pouch.
You are a man of good judgment. I see that. What else?
Leave the rest be. Thank you. I've seen enough. Merchant nods his head.
Please do visit us again.
I get to my feet, take my leave of the merchant. Just outside the doorway in the sunshine, I pause to examine what I have acquired. Swing the broadsword. Swing the broadsword left, right. It is a fine weapon indeed, and will make you more powerful in battle. And you are pleased at the bargain you struck. Move on out of the village. You head to the Cantapani and along the path into the Shamutanti Hills. Hee-yah! Passing through the outlying huts, you feel strangely uneasy. Hissing from within and sly faces disappearing from doorways makes you feel decidedly unwelcome. Then at the edge of the town, you pass a large boulder, and at once 2 rough-cut villagers spring out with swords drawn. Bandits. 2 against 1, the first declares.
You're lost,
Calls the other.
So hand over your things, come on!
Reason with them. I don't want any trouble, I declare. The first bandit edges forward, a sword tickling at my chest.
Running you through? No trouble at all. The pack!
I draw myself to my full height.
You have mistaken me for someone else,
you declare.
I would like to give you a moment to reconsider, because I will kill you if I have to.
Bandits growl and advance on you, 1 on either hand.
Let's do this!
Alright, L A
Law.
Control non-intelligent creatures. No. Fog. Summon darkness. That's kind of cool. Oh. Nothing. Fog might be kind of cool. But don't I want to kill them?
Summon darkness!
You cast a spell. The bandits flinch, waiting to be incarnated by a fireball, but all that happens is smoke begins to rise from your body and dissipate into the air. Bandits start to laugh, and then their good humor dies, and then first comes for your blood. What? I was thinking I would at least kind of fucking just... First bandit closes on you, cackling and grinning. Time to put this creature in its place. I'm gonna defend first. There we go. Okay, take one. Should have made things easier for yourself, the bandit goads as he swings recklessly at your skull. You make a good defense. He raises his sword, ready to protect himself. Jab! Yeah, take one damage, bitch. Enough of this. Hurrying forward quickly, you aim to let his blood. He raises his sword at the last moment to deflect the blow. Bandit feints left. Boom! Get your ass out of here. You cut the imbecile no slack. You go for his throat with all your strength. His own stance is defensive. Bandit stops and coughs blood onto the earth. The bandit dodges right. Defend. Easy! Okay. In readiness. Got him! Fuck yeah. Enough of this! You aim a savage blow at his heart. The bandit gasps as his last, as you run him through. Decent dueling. The second bandit takes one look at his dead colleague and turns and makes a run for it. I wonder if I chase him. That'd be kind of fun. Or I could be the cool and collected kind. I just let him go. You let him go. He will tell the others not to interfere with Analanders in the future. Turning back to the path, you begin walking once more. After about half an hour, the way becomes an uphill to incline. Climb to the hills. Leaving Cantopani behind marks the true start of the wilderness. Beyond that tiny outpost, there are scattered homesteads and Kar, a thriving city port, but all are touched by cruelty, isolation, and fear. The backlands and the long shadow cast by Mampang Fortress darken everything. No time for reflection. There is no time for reflection. You know the importance of your mission. Now it has begun. You must simply survive first and succeed second. You are as well prepared as any man could be. 5 minutes later, you reach a fork in the road. The sergeant, for all his eyesight, hadn't mentioned this. A fork in the road. Let's see. The road splits around the base of a gigantic tree, but does not rejoin on the other side. The left path winds down into a valley, and the right rises up a slope towards the first thick forest of the hills. Can I look at the map? There's a lot more cities and shit over here. There's a weird-looking mine over there. There's more towns up here, but I'm kind of interested in this little cave here. I might actually just go... Yeah, let's look right. It's hard to see much further uphill. The forest is sudden and thick, and the path narrow. It may be hard going in that direction, but the hills will involve a lot of climbing, eventually. And you may get a decent view of the next leg from the top of the ridge. Look left. You pause to consider the lower route. There is a river there, and the path follows the left bank. It is a safer route. Secluded and protected, but the curve of the landscape would mean you are almost backtracking. You are about to make your choice when you hear a faint cry from somewhere close at hand. A faint cry. Look around. You look around, then finally, up in the branches of the tree, a pair of wizened, calloused feet are dangling down over your head. About to drop on you, perhaps? Who's there? You call. The voice cries again, a little more boldly this time. Up here! Help! Help! I can't get down! It is the voice of a feeble, wiry old man. Stepping back a little, you can see him clearly, as thin as sticks and dressed in dirt rags. Yeah. Help him down. Swinging yourself onto the lowest branch of the tree, you reach up and grab the old man by the waist. He is as light as a leaf, and within a moment you have lifted him to the ground. Thanks for that, he remarks, brushing himself down and almost knocking himself over in the process.
Oh, just starting to get a bit, perturbed. But I'm on the safe now.
He seems remarkably confident, considering that the slightest stumble might break him into bits. What will you do now?
Keep going for Analand, he says. That's where I set off from. All back now. You wouldn't believe the story if I told you. Suffice to say, though, if I know my eyes from my eyes, you're heading to Mampang, and you'd better be smarter than I was. And here,
he presses a page into your hand. It is a page torn from a spell book.
This might be something use to you. I found this. Just found it. Just found it. Mind. And don't go asking how. But it's no good to me anymore.
Take it. Sure. Take the page and thank him. The man falls quiet and squats down on the ground. With his jabbering done, you hear buzzing sound from high up in the tree. A beehive! I don't really want to leave and move on. You must move on. The light is fading already, as the old man dashes off downhill towards Cantapani at a terrific pace. You consider your options. So, high path. Very dangerous, probably. And I've already lost like 3 stamina, so maybe it's better to just go over here. You head into the valley. It seems the safest route. Secluded with providing an opportunity for an ambush. Secluded without providing an opportunity for ambush, and no matter how quickly darkness falls, the riverbank will guide your way. The path winds alongside a bubbling stream. You follow it, keeping to the west bank. The valley itself becomes narrower on either hand. Good spot for an ambush. You can only hope that nobody knows you are here. After an hour's walk, you begin to feel hungry. You will need to eat at least one today to keep up your strength. Stop and eat. Of course I do. I have so many rations. Take a seat on the grassy bank above the water. You eat a quantity of your cheese and bread. You rest for half an hour or so and then continue your journey. All right. The valley continues, and you walk for many hours until the sun begins to set behind the bank, and the air grows cool. Now would be time to find and pitch a camp if you intended to sleep, before darkness descends completely. But the moon will rise soon enough, and you could walk on through the night. Somewhere beyond this valley there are villages with real beds. They seem a little far away. I don't know about that. I mean, okay, on one hand, I can make camp and sleep, get some good rest, and be filled with, but I have a lot of stamina. I don't know how much stamina I'm going to lose if I, like, rest or keep walking. I don't know. I could just be a night owl. This seems just like the worst place to camp. There's, like, no seclusion or anything. Like, this seems, like, not safe. I'm gonna keep walking. It's fine. I have got more stamina. Look, I just got more stamina. There is much progress to be made in return for a little determination. You keep walking. You will be weaker for it tomorrow, of course. Still, you make good progress and cover considerable ground. As you walk, you think of the crown. Calls you onwards already, even though you have never seen it. It is as if it knows your name and is waiting for you, deep in the fortress of Mampang. But does it summon you to rescue it and restore the balance of power to the Femfree Alliance? Or does it summon you to your death and destruction, to place a seal on the power of the Archmage? Oh, man. Man, I walked the whole night just going... Oh, man, I should have camped. Morning air is cool and good for walking. You feel the presence of your spirit, the ape, close nearby. Its form has changed since you left Analand, just as you have changed. But it is still walking beside you. In the temple, they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal diseases, lift curses, even save you from certain death. But the spirits are not generous and decline to help often. You can ask for spirit's aid using the pray button. Oh, interesting. who takes a pride in acting faithfully, to be depended upon. Pray for healing? No, I don't need to. Walk on. The morning brings you new vigor, and you stride forward. After a few hours, you come across a rope bridge strung precariously between two boulders and spanning the river. A path leads away from its other side and runs over a small hill. Kristatani. Dumpus? That's a funny name. Man, this place is huge. Car is all the way up there. God damn! What's the best path? This kind of smoothly goes up like this. Because I bet if I went through this village, I'd have to, like, go back and around. I want to try this village, though. This village looks interesting. I fuck with it. You continue along the riverside path for several more hours until you reach a wide bend. In its elbow is a cluster of huts made of thatched branches and twigs. It is clearly not occupied, as smoke rises from a fire set in place between the dwellings. There's not a sound to be heard. I'm gonna enter. That sounds very interesting. You approach cautiously, creeping between the outlying huts, peering through cracks in the walls, but the place does appear truly deserted. Approach the village center. Make your way more boldly now to the center of the village where a fire burns. There is stacks of logs nearby. Call out. Hello? Is anybody here? Nothing stirs. The fire crackles and licks at its logs, emitting plenty of smoke, but smoke means the logs are still wet, even. Try a hut. All the huts have brightly colored drapes hanging in the doorways. Each is a different color, and they flicker and move tantalizingly in the breeze. Cast a spell! How? Find safe passage. Interesting. I don't need that, though. Is there any others? No. Sus. Wait. Bruh. Oh my god. Sus. Sense danger. Cast. You cast a spell and deep calm comes over you as an inner voice begins to soothe you. Then a moment later, calm becomes panic as you realize there are traps everywhere in the central brazier and each of the huts, but your inner voice tells you not to be unduly afraid. The red-draped hut contains a treasure for those who favor right. The green-doored hut is safe enough. Only the brown-doored hut is truly after your blood. The spell fades and you are alone once more. Okay, let me focus on that again. The red-draped hut contains a treasure for those who favor right. Green-doored hut is safe enough. Okay, no brown door huts, basically. Red and green are fine. No brown. No brown. Okay, choose a hut. Yeah, never the brown one. I want to do the red one. Red one seems... That's got treasure. Ooh, the hut with the red drape is smaller than the other two, and its curtain does not cover the doorway properly. Peering through, you make out a low table with 3 stools around it and 2 boxes on the table. Oh, is this... Going inside and investigate. You step inside, there is no one here, and the boxes have a very thin layer of dust on their surface. Otherwise, they look quite uninteresting. The right box. You flip open the top of the box, then freeze quite still. Inside, there are several gold pieces and a key. Woo! Gold! But whoever left these treasures has not left them unprotected. Crawling around inside the box, shifting the coins with its feet and sting, is a scorpion. A scorpion. I don't really care. I'll grab the key. Stealing yourself, you plunge your hand into the box to grab the key. You manage to retrieve it before the scorpion can reach you. From inside the box, a creature chitters and scratches. Try to grab a coin. Gritting your teeth, you put your hand swiftly into the box again to snatch a coin. This time, the scorpion is fast. You pull your hand back before it can sting. Coins in the box rattle and chink as the scorpion crawls over them. Close the box. Flip the box closed gracefully. The left box is really, like, sussy. I don't know if I want to open that, actually. That seems really... Because it said only to those who favor the right one. I mean, I'm curious, though. I'm so curious. Open the left box. I think I will. I think I will. Let's open it. Fuck it. Cautiously, you flip up the catch and open the box. It is empty, but as you look inside, smoke begins to swell from its depths. Uh-oh. Shit. Swirling up around you until it forms the shape of a thin, elf-like face.
Stranger,
speaks the face in a voice that reaches deep into your mind.
You tamper with forces you know nothing of. I am aware of your quest. You cannot succeed.
This is a trick, I declare. You know nothing of me or my destiny.
I am aware of your quest, repeats the face.
It is stuck. Is it stuck, or is it threatening you? Ignore the smoke. You turn away from the smoke. I have no interest in you and your false prophecy.
Weak one, you cannot escape the spirit of Mananaka.
The face is now weeping smoke tears of laughter.
Ha ha! I tell you, your mission is cursed.
You stare in horror as the smoke contracts and disappears inside the box. You wonder at the curse. But there is nothing you can do, and you feel it already, a fragility, as if the slightest touch could bruise you, and the gentlest blow could cut you deep. It is as if your skin has been turned from leather into water, and your bones from iron into pulp. You will have to continue carefully until you can find a way to lift the curse. There is nothing more this hut can do. You step back. Damn, that sucks. I shouldn't have opened that shit up. I can pray, though. Pray to lift the curses! The spirit has heard you. You will receive no further help for some time. You are on your own now. Where next? Alright, got my curse done. Which hut will you look at next? I mean, I guess I could look through the green hut, just in case, since it's safe. You try the hut with the green drape. You call inside, but there's no reply. It is as empty as the last, it seems. Go in. Drawing back the drape, you enter the hut. Cushions ring the room, and as you step inside, a strange music playing on invisible pipe seems to fill it. The tune is pleasant and relaxing. This place seems of one of safety and comfort. Ah, very nice. Sit and listen. You take a seat on one of the cushions. Music sways around you, and you wonder whether spending just a little while longer will not restore your strength. The only risk would be after your long and difficult night that you might fall asleep. You find yourself humming to the tune, tapping your feet to its cascading rhythms. Remembering the pipe in your backpack, you pull it out, uncertain whether playing would benefit the spell of this place or break it asunder. Let's play. You decide the risk is worth taking. Lifting the pipe to your lips, you begin to play along, and whatever spirits are singing in this place join with you, adapting their tune to fit yours. The effect is beautiful and restful, and you soon feel much better for it. When you finally stand to go, it is with a bow to the empty room, before you head back out into the village center. Well, that was nice. I got health for that. Fuck yeah. Awesome. What a nice little room. Yep, I'm out now. I don't want to visit the final hut. That one's dangerous. I'm out. Taking no further chances here, you leave the village and follow the river further upstream for an hour. You reach the river once more, but now the path goes across it. Beyond, you can see a long, wide track with trees lining the left-hand edge and a wide field of long grass on the right. In the far distance, a curl of smoke indicates a village. The evening is beginning to draw in. It would be good to reach town before the light is gone. Test the bridge. Before crossing, you make sure to test the guy ropes of the bridge to ensure it is sound. but it seems safe enough. Satisfied, you make your way across the boards. Middle of the bridge, a man stops you.
Halt!
He declares.
This is my bridge, and to cross, you must pay the toll.
For what? You look over the aged guide ropes, the warped boards. What is there to pay for?
Do you think these bridges build themselves? Do you think it's easy living out here, an outcast from Kristatani, trying to feed my children, when barely anyone takes these paths anyway?
Now that you look, the man looks quite unwell.
The toll is just 1 gold piece, he says. It's very reasonable.
Okay. It's a reasonable toll, you remark, and put 1 gold piece into his hand. The man touches his forehead with the coin and thanks. And with that, he strides away, whistling. You head off down the bridge and back onto the path, none the wiser. You have a long way still to travel today. I know that was a total scam, but hey, that might be a poor guy. Like, he might just be fucking poor, but if he's a greedy grinner, then I'll fucking kick his ass later if I meet him again. Holy crap. Making a lot of haste here. Let's go. The path continues along the side of a line of trees. Suddenly an acorn lands on your head and you hear a tittering from overhead. You look up into the trees. Some kind of thin man-like creature throws an acorn back at you. If you are not mistaken, it is an elven. They look creepy. Walk on by. You are pelted by more and more acorns, as well as some sticks and branches. You break into a run. Soon you are out of reach of the annoying creatures. Approach Kristatani. Oh, that hurt me? That's dumb. The sun is now just past its zenith, and everywhere a dusty heat rises from the baked earth. You begin to think about where you will stay for the night. Another night of walking will leave you exhausted, but then you see a small village set into the hill. Look at it. Smoke rises from the stacks. The houses are well set with stone at their bases and thatched roofs and grasses and thick leaves. There is, unusually, more than just the one street running through the center of town, but it is as though this place, one rich, has had its heart scooped away. Litter surrounds the buildings, and on the edge of the village are rows and rows of empty, abandoned houses. You continue your slow trudge along the path. Let's go. I want to sleep here. You walk into the village. Young hill dwellers pass you and stare at your strange clothes. You nod back respectfully. Ignore them. These people are poor and live difficult lives. If your mission fails, they will not survive long, but they cannot survive without long out here regardless. I'm gonna rest. You stop at a passerby and ask for the inn. They lead you there directly. The woman who runs the place in the doorway with her arms folded. Are you from the king? She demands. No, I am a mere traveler. The woman narrows her eyes at you. This is a guest house. The best in Kristatani. Only guests stay. And any guest of mine knows it costs me 3 gold pieces to host a man overnight, and 2 to feed him. But it's all between friends. Oh man, I'm starting to run out of gold. I'll take a room. The woman shows you the way upstairs to a room. There are 3 other guests already staying and asleep, so you settle quickly. The bed is not clean, but it is comfortable, and after the long day and all its narrow escapes, you are grateful beyond measure for the rest. Sure, I'll eat some. Before you close your eyes, you quickly eat some of your provisions. You feel better for it, and will help you sleep. Sleep. Your dreams are vivid once again. You are walking endlessly, the hills moving up and down under your feet like a rippling sea. Every step exhausts you, but no step moves you forwards. Meanwhile, a scorpion has crept into your gold pouch and is nestling down between the coins, ready to sting you when you next go to buy food. And in the distance, a deep voice is booming with laughter. The long, cruel fingers of one hand are curled around the metal frame of a crown, and with the other he beckons you forward, as if into a trap. I can't do anything else? Okay. Beyond Kristatani. You wake early and sit for a moment in no great hurry to leave the village. This is now the 3rd day of your journey, and the muscles in your legs are feeling lean and strong from so much walking. You spend a short while enjoying the peace, then unhurriedly collect your possessions and set off along the path. Chrysotani is surrounded by several miles of fields. It sits in a well-protected ring of hills and is close enough to the river to be reasonably prosperous. As you follow the path between lines of sun-baked crops, you come to a fork in the road. The right-hand way leads past a set of outbuildings, while the left heads directly off into deep woodland. All right, let's go. Between the buildings. Can I go anywhere this way? No. Interesting. I mean, I don't really want to go that way anyways. That backtracks. Between the buildings. Let's go. You glimpse a few people at work by the buildings. There will be precious little company on your journey, so you should take it while you can. Approaching a low wall, you see a blind beggar sheltering in the shade with his hand held outstretched. He hears you approach and clicks his fingers. Alms, would you? For love of Sindla, alms. I'm starting to go broke. But I'm so nice. I have none to give. I have nothing to give, you lie, and he nods twice. No one ever does. Strange how you're all well-fed and I'm still hungry. You walk on a little further up the road, an ox cart trundles towards you. The driver lifts a hand. You want a lift, do you? He calls. I see you walking and I'm headed this way. Thank you. You hop aboard the cart and the driver whips his oxen into a trot. So where you headed? He asks as he negotiates the corners and pit holes in the rugged path. Traders, I'm guessing by the looks of you. Off to Car to sell them weapons. I hear they're buying them. I'm no trader. No? The driver regards you with interest. A bit too well-tooled for a trader, perhaps. There's bandits out here, but not so many as to need a one-man army to get about, rather than a carriage. So what's your journey about? You getting out of Anland before it's too late? Too late for what? They say the king has lost his power. They say he's not holding down the law anymore. Soon Kristatani will be the most civilized place in the whole of Kakabad. That's what I heard. The king is a brave man. Lost the crown, didn't he? The cart jumps. A dip in the road. That's what they say. He lost the crown and there's going to be war. The driver looks sour. The war suggests, as we might be able to fight back, and it's not going to be like that, is it? Not with the crown. Nothing is certain. The driver looks at you with a new respect in his eye. He glances at your sword, your backpack. You're traveling alone? He asks, then nods. I see. Hey, Sindla, watch your footsteps then, my friend. And he nods and turns his face to the road and drives on. After half an hour or so, he reaches a wide field thick with vegetables. This is my stop, he remarks. Thanks for the lift. No trouble, the driver replies. He jumps down. No, I would not do that. I'm a nice guy. This is my pacifist run. You hop off down the cart. You feel a little better for the restful journey. The driver smiles and heads off towards his field. You watch him for a moment. It's an enormous crop and he has a lot of work ahead of him. Offer to help. Wait! I call. I'll help you. Driver stops, looks at you for a long moment, then grins. Well, if you must. You help him out for an hour or so, time you can afford, since you made such good progress on the cart. Once you've finished, he offers you a portion of vegetables to take with you as payment. Oh yeah, baby, let's go! You thank him, and then take your leave. You also munch through a meal's worth as you work. Awesome! So I got some food! Yeah, baby! And I'm already good for the day, it seems. Gorilla? What? The king of the great apes, a creature of honor and good faith, who accepts both danger and misfortune as traveling companions without hesitation. Ooh. So I have... Wait, what's the fucking difference between an ape and a gorilla? Oh, like... Okay, gorillas are like straight up like... Winston, And then apes are just like monkeys without like tails. Right. Yeah. Monkeys have tails. You continue along the path, climbing. Your legs feel strong and lean. By the end of this journey, you will be built like a mountain goat. The afternoon progresses long and easy. This place you are walking through seems thick with desolation, as if it was long ago abandoned. And then, as if you to confirm your thought, you come across two enormous stone pillars, listing slightly either side of the road. They form a gate, but the gate is 3 times the height of a man. Look them over. Peering closely, you make out the faded remains of carved characters in the old script L and K. The remnant of a spell of fortune, perhaps, or of binding for these now fallen stones. Go through. There is nothing for it. There is nothing for it but go forwards. Through the gate. You step into the shadow of the enormous gate. The ruins of walls line the path either side, but these are walls built from blocks the size of ox carts. Centuries ago, this must have been a place of a king, 12 feet tall. Now it has been leveled and the stones stolen for the field walls and foundations of the villages all around. I might as well investigate. There might be some gold. I don't know. I'm kind of desperate for gold right now, I'm not gonna lie. You take a moment to clamor. Can I, like, cast a spell right now? I want to be able to cast... I want to cast Sus again. You take a moment to clamber out over the ruins and off the path until you are surrounded by waist-high grasses. The ground rises and falls sharply around the outlines of houses and buildings. You trace the line of a street, wide enough to run 3 carts abreast. That leads quickly downhill towards a forest. Once this place was rich and plentiful. What happened here to remove every last trace of these colossal... What happened here to remove every last trace of these colossal people? Look inside a house. You stop by the edge of a house. The sidewall only stands as high as your knees. Grass nods above it. Looking inside, you can make out the edges of the fireplace, the back wall, and an adjoining area, perhaps a grain store or a bedroom. I'm going to search in the grass. Take a few moments to search through the long grass and find nothing until your hand closes on a clay pot near one wall. It is the shape of a wine mug, but about 3 times the usual size. Around the neck is a red stain. Wine? Or maybe blood. It is impossible to tell. The base of the pot has been smashed away, perhaps by age. Perhaps by someone unhappy with the contents. You leave the pot behind. Follow the street down. You follow the line of the street down the slope of the hill. The further you go from the path, the more overgrown the ruins become, until you can barely make out their outlines at all. After a while, you are not following the street at all, but simply holding to the same line. You approach the edge of a thick woodland. Okay. Oh. This cuts right to Dumpus. Sure. There is no clear path here, and the street has disappeared from view. The going into the trees is difficult, and you must push your way forward as best as you can, and stop when you come across a large standing stone. Another gate? Look at the stone. You go over to the stone to examine it more closely. Not a gate, it is an idol. A gigantic stone head carved with deep open eyes and an open mouth. Around the lips is a dark red stain, the same as on the pot. Looking left and right into the trees, you are startled to see more stones. More idols with open mouths leading off in both directions, all face back towards the ruined village, as though forming a wall or an approaching army. Something terrible happened here. Look in the idol's mouth. Stealing your courage, you slide your hand into the mouth of the idol. It is so deep. You reason something must be concealed in there. And sure enough, your grip closes on something. Something hard but light. Treasure, perhaps? You pull your hand out to see what you're holding. open my fist. Nervously, you open your palm. Teeth. Gigantic teeth. You're holding 3 giants' teeth. Perhaps every idol holds the same. Or perhaps the other idols hold kneecaps, arm bones, jaws. You press on. Trees and thorny bushes snag at you as you walk, and eventually, after chopping and hacking your way through, you see a space head. A path. A space ahead. A path. You push forward and then stop for breath. Grateful to have solid ground to walk on once more. Ah, nice. And now I'm at Dumpus. Hopefully just in time. You walk for several hours, following the twists and turns of the path through the trees, and suddenly you stop. You've heard a noise up ahead. Something is moving around between the rocks at the edge of the path. Wait and look. You hang back, watching the trees. There is definitely something moving around, something large and long, with a tail that whips between the trees. But now that you've seen it, you're at definite advantage. Attempt to creep around. The beast is off the path to the right, so if you creep around the tree line on the left, you may escape unnoticed. You try this tactic, moving slowly and carefully, making as little noise as possible, placing your feet with delicate care. After a few more yards, you are about to rejoin the path when the movement of the animal stops. It must have heard you, or caught your scent, and sure enough, moments later, it is upon you. In a flurry of foliage and dirt, a rat bear leaps from the undergrowth. It is much closer than you thought. Its sleek black fur allows it to hide in the shadows until it is almost upon you. Cast a spell! Alright, what do I got? J. Oh. Z. Zap! Create lightning! You cast a spell and point at the beast, unleashing a violent electrical bolt deep into its fur. It is a rat bear. You have wounded it badly. I already know it's a rat bear. You have wounded it badly, but it is not quite done yet. It is still coming for you with the last of its strength. Defend! Ha! Bitch! Alright, now you got no fucking stamina, boy. For a moment, it's close enough for you to smell its... Wait, you brace yourself as it comes down. For a moment, it's close enough for you to smell its sewer breath. I am going to try and give it a love tap. Oh, fuck. That's not good. Okay. And lowers its head. Okay, now I give it a love tap. What are you talking about? Oh my god, what? Bitch. Okay, you know what? Fuck you! Oh my... Oh, it rears back. Fuck! I'm so bad. Shit. Boom. Okay. One more. Sidestepping, you slash it at the rat bear. It squeals and snuffles, standing up on its hind legs. Cut! Fuck! Oh my god, am I gonna die? Find yourself grasping for breath. The foul smell coming off the beast is the stench of the grave. Shit. Defend. Okay, good. Oh my god, I'm so low. Scurries away from you, low to the mud. Jab. Oh my fucking god, dude. Okay, try again. What the fuck, man? It's like saying shit. Okay. Alright, still coming. Okay. Cast a spell, blah, blah, blah. And now I fucking... Oh! Dead, bitch. Oh, one shot. Don't even try. Alright. No stamina loss. Flawless fighting. Alright. With the beast dead on the path, you are free to move onwards. Jesus. The path winds a few more times around gigantic trees, thousands of years old, and then emerges onto a sudden plain, as if the forest had been scooped away by a gigantic hand. A river trickles thinly between short grasses, and by its banks stands a tiny village. I want to go in the village. Let's see what's here. Today has been mercifully short and uneventful. You have made uneventful, my ass. I just got attacked by a fucking rat bear. And that shit owned me, dude. I got fucking killed by that shit. But whatever. Today has been mercifully short and uneventful. You have made excellent progress. With a decent meal and a night's sleep, your next day will start auspiciously. So you begin the gentle climb down into the village. You follow the path down into the village, passing a sign which declares it to be Dumpus. The streets are thin and narrow, and the buildings have been set close together as if trying to withstand a storm. There is a terrible smell hanging in the air. All in all, it seems an unpleasant place. I don't really want to go to an inn because I only have 2 gold. I wish I could sleep. I'll talk to the villagers. See if anybody's hospitality is gonna be. Pass along the main path through the village and pause outside a hut in which several of the hill dwellers are sitting and eating. They seem deep in discussion about something. Several are shaking their fists in the air. Lifting back the canvas flap, you step inside. The hill dwellers stop talking immediately and look up at you. One gets to his feet and gestures you forward. I bow my head. You nod your head once to the man, who returns the gesture. Then one of the others calls something in their native tongue and points at your side to where your sword hangs. Out below the hem of your cloak in broken common tongue, the first man croaks, "No weapons!" And he indicates a table by the door where you can leave the blade. Look over the table. There are plenty of other weapons there, so the men appear honest enough. I have spells, so if anybody steals my sword, I guess I'll remove my sword. You unfasten your sword belt and leave your weapon on the table. The hill dwellers nod to show their appreciation and then beckon you to sit with them. Then they continue their conversation just as animatedly as before, speaking in local tongue that you cannot follow, but as soon as they talk, they pour you a drink and provide you with food. They seem quite welcoming. Ask what they are discussing. After you finish eating, you catch the eye of one of the older men and ask slowly in the common tongue, "What is it you men are discussing so heatedly?" The man nods back at you. Christatanti, he says, "arming the goblins." Tell them you've been there. I've been to Christatanti, you declare. The men nod, but you do not seem surprised. Slowly you piece together the story. The group seems quite sure that a horde of goblins are planning an attack on Christatanti, which is apparently one of the wealthier spots in the hills. They're discussing whether or not it would be worth helping the village to defend itself, which might mean they are offered some kind of reward. A reward. Well, that's good. I'd like some gold, please, because I'm pretty broke right now. You must help them. I must help them, you declare earnestly. Christatanti, it does not help us, one of the men points out. They are rich. We are poor. You will place them in your debt. The men nod, swayed by your ruthless logic. And you, how do you fight? One man asks you. I will help those that need it. Then the men nod. Let the goblins attack tonight, they cheer. We will use your strength. The evening draws to a close. The men thank you for your counsel and leave one by one. Oh, there's a rewind button? Interesting. Oh, is this the rewind button? Halfway along the trek, you come across a couple of merchant huts. Your 2 gold pieces is too little to afford anything, so you browse briefly. One of the merchant catches your eye and smiles. Well, traveler, what is it you need? Is there any work to be had here? I need to earn some money. Merchant sizes you up. You look like a good worker to me. One of my friends needs some digging doing. I'm sure he would pay you and feed you for it. Digging what? I ask. The merchant shifts uncomfortably. Does it matter? You'll find out. He stares at you. So, he asks. He looks over his shoulder at the path. I'm going that way now myself. You coming? So where do I do the... I want to fight the goblins or whatever. Follow the merchant. Leads you to a house on the edge of the village. Introduce you to the householder, a stout man who is probably incapable of lifting a spade, let alone digging with it. I'm ready to get started. Spades at back, he replies with a jerk of his thumb. You walk through the man's house into the back garden. The smell is terrible. The job is not just to dig a new cesspit, but to dig over the old one. And it's going to be several hours' work. That'll probably take the whole night. Collect the spade and stuck in the ground by the hole. Cast a spell! Okay, what's... Nope. Nothing. P? Pep. Cause strength. Requires fire water. Ah. Crud. Zap! No. Big. Grow in size. Oh. I mean, that might help me dig the hole. Ha! You cast a spell and wait for it to take effect, then you feel the spade turn from a heavy tool to a mere toothpick in your hand. As you swell to 3 times your usual size, you have the digging work done in barely any time. Woo! Awesome. Very nice. Ooh, I got 3 gold pieces. Go back into the house and collect your money. 3 gold pieces. The grateful householder also provides you with some food, as well as a space on the floor to rest for the remainder of the night. You settle down happily and are quickly asleep. Sleep. You dream strange dreams as you sleep. It seems as though you wander through doors and hallways built 10 times your height. You are an insect, and the hills over which you walk are the follicles of hair on the shaved chin of a giant. Storms of hot, fetid breath seem to sweep across you, threatening to blow you down into hell. Overhead, you fancy you hear the flap of giant wings. The birdmen came for the crown. Perhaps, before this journey is finished, they will come for you. Okay, I kind of want to rewind to see... I'm just gonna backtrack here. So where does this go? You head out of Dumpus, a little away from the village. Okay. So that just, like... I wanted to fight the goblins. Where any work to bring, blah, blah, blah. Sounds like hard work. I go. Ready to get started. Start digging. Cast a spell. Ah! Alright, let's do big again. Cast. Blah. Gets done. Collect my pay. 3 gold. Boom. Let's go. Sleep. Haha. Now I'm well rested. And I have 16 stamina now. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Alright. Can I pray? Yes, I can pray. Okay, it's back. You rise early, thank the householder, and head out into the street. Within a few minutes of walking, you are out of Dumpus and back on the road. After another hour or so, the way branches, with one path heading up into the hills, and the other turning downhill and along one side of a barren, stony ridge. Is that a village you can make out on top of the hill? It seems a lonely place for it. I want to go to the village. The gentle upward slope becomes a steep climb, and you are forced to rest several times. So far, you have been walking through the foothills. Now the journey will become more serious. When finally you reach the summit and look out over the low plateau you have crested, you see the path runs through a small settlement of crudely fashioned huts. The villagers out in the streets talking and working. It seems unhappy, bustling place. Approach. There seems no obvious danger. You approach along the path until you are close enough for the villagers to notice you. The effect is immediate. They begin to scurry inside their huts, and as if you were an army and not a lone traveler, you cannot help but notice what a sorry bunch they are. Squat and short and all limping strangely. Their bodies are thin and malnourished. As they disappear through their doors, you notice some are missing limbs. Stop at a door and knock. You knock on the door of one of the nearest huts. There is no reply. Another hut. You approach the next hut. From inside you hear the murmur of voices, so you enter. The hovel is tiny and poor, with no furnishing of any kind. A small fire burns in the middle of the floor, and by the far wall, a family of 3 cowers from you. The woman lifts a shaking hand as if to hold you back. Cast a spell. Boom! I saw German do this, I think. What was it? Dim? Cause stupidity. No. No, I don't want to do that. Doc. Oh yeah. I don't have a medicinal potion though. Unfortunately. Hold out a hand of friendship. Put out your hand to greet the man. He shuffles over nervously and grasps it with feeble strength. Are you magical stranger? Are you not afraid of us? Afraid of you? Never. But, friend, he replies, don't you know? We have the plague in this village. You spring back from him, but it is too late. You can feel the infection on the palm of your hand, like a curse. Is there a cure? The man shakes his head sadly. Some say to drink the juice of the blimberry, but we have all tried. So much that no berries grow around the village any longer, and we are still alive, I suppose. But we are not well. Take another step back in fear and regret. But you have but a few days. There is no question. You must do what you can for these people. Do something else. I don't have a way to... Fear overtakes you, and you race out the door and do not stop running until you are clear of the cursed village. I could pray. I'll just pray. Who cares? Pray for healing! There. No more plague. Wow, that's pretty OP. Just pray. There you go. Easy. The path beyond the village heads downhill once more between thick trees before turning into a narrow goat track that crosses a rough peak. From the summit, you get a wide view. Look around. Head down a steep slope. The next village is sprawled out before you, and even from here, you can catch the sound of merry voices and shouting from the streets. It must be a carnival. Looking right, you hear a roaring noise and can just make out a beautiful, majestic waterfall plunging from a cliff into a great rock bowl. You watch for a few minutes, marveling at how clear the water seems. Then it is time to move on. You will follow the track down a steep decline. Some way down the hill, you stop for a rest and sit on a boulder to survey what lies ahead. The path leads downwards, and at its foot, cradled between 3 peaks, is a village, and quite a large one at that. Compared to that mournful spot you have just passed through, behind you, the sun is falling rapidly into the hills. It will be night soon. Approach the village. The village looks like a good place to stop. You hop down from the boulder and make your way forward. When an overhanging branch touches your face and you hear a lively chirping. Turn around. You turn quickly around. Hovered by your shoulder is a small creature the size of a bird. It is childlike but very thin with green skin, and it flits around on a transparent wings. It seems friendly enough. It even lands on your shoulder, its tiny clawed toes pinching slightly. Hmm. Hmm. Carry. Talk to it. Greetings, little creature.
And hello to you,
The creature replies, chirping.
my name is Jan.
Wait,
My name is Jan.
what are you? The creature does a backflip and gives a little bow.
I'm a Minimite. Pleased to meet you.
It reaches out a tiny hand and shakes your earlobe. What can you tell me about the village? You point down the valley. Is it safe?
That's Biratanti, and it's very safe. It's the largest village in the whole of the Shamutanti Hills. Every traveler who comes this way spends at least one night there, so it's a little bit expensive, especially for Minimites, but pleasant enough.
The creature stops hopping up and down.
Come on,
It grumbles impatiently.
let's get going, can't we?
Well, let's get going then. The creature shakes you by the ear in excitement and sets you off along the path once more. You descend into the bowl of the valley. The hills on either side are toweringly tall and throw the village into deep shadow. It would seem a very gloomy, threatening place, but from the streets come the distant sound of laughter and merriment. You continue along the path. The sounds of festivities grow louder. It is almost spooky. Here in the shade of the valley and after so long on the dire road, the people in this village seem to be enjoying themselves.
See?
The Minimite on on your shoulder remarks.
I told you it was a happy place.
Jan, what's going on here? Are they bewitched? Jan shakes his head.
No. If there was magic, believe me, I'd know. This is the Festival of the Young.
I'll enter it. You pass the first few buildings, where you find a number of children sitting in the street and drinking ale from deep mugs. Further on, a young boy is holding an old woman over his knee and is spanking her. On the other side of the street, a group of boys is fighting outside a hut with a sign that reads, Glandragor's Tavern. It is all complete mayhem. Rescue the old woman. You stride over to the boy, intending to rescue the woman, but at the sight of your manner and sword, the boys put her down and gets to his feet. And what are you about? He demands. I'm the leader of the village for today, and I say, get to bed. Strike the child? Okay, Jesus. You reach out and smack the impertinent boy across the cheek with the back of your hand. The blow is not hard, but he still falls backward into the mud. He is quite clearly enraged and lets up a hollering cry. Suddenly there are 100 children around you, and not all beggars, but well-fed and armed with sticks and pitchforks. Jan is making a hissing noise in your ears.
Better run for it!
Run. Swallowing your pride, you turn and race out of the village. The children follow, standing by the gates and waving their impromptu weapons.
Well,
Jan sniffs.
you're quite the warrior, aren't you?
You make your way out of the village and into a stand of tall, dry trees under the overhang of one of the cruel mountainsides. Between curling roots, you find a small place to settle down to rest. Jan perches a little way above on a nut and is quickly asleep. You are tired enough to follow suit, but you are hungry from not having eaten. Yeah, let's eat something. You pull out a ration of your food and eat quickly. The night's darkness draws in around you. In the distance, you hear screams and whoops from the village that only slowly fade. You feel lonely, distanced from such revelry. You rest your head onto your backpack and close your eyes. Perhaps a few hours pass. When you wake, suddenly aware of a shadow moving between the tree trunks. It turns as it sniffs the air. A wolfhound! Throw something at the creature. No, I'm casting a spell. Brah! Let's make him do a little jig. Hiya! Cause lively dancing. Let's do this. You complete the spell and play the flute, but nothing seems to happen. The wolfhound charges you. You draw your sword, the long metal flashing in the moonlight. The beast roars and howls. Why is there no music playing? is it not playing? Oh well. Alright. You complete the spell and play the flute, but nothing seems to... Yeah, I already read this. Alright. You draw your sword, the long metal flashing in the moonlight. Beast roars and howls. I'm gonna fucking swing at it! Boom! Get your ass out of here. As the wolfhound grows weaker, its snarl gets madder. It howls and whimpers. Swing at it again! Oh, fuck. Oh well, that's fine. I'm fucking just... The wolfhound drops back. The wolf is crawling now. Its fur thick, but I'm gonna defend. Boom! Easy! Alright. And now... Hop! Cut! Gotcha, bitch. 1 stamina lost. Decent dueling. Easy. So easy. Now the music's probably too loud. But, oh man, it's just... Alright, that's like perfect, right? You twist your sword around for a wild attack. The strike cuts deep as the wolfhound weakly opens its jaw. Oh wait, I already... Continue. Wasn't even a fight. That was so easy. The beast defeated, you pause to regain your breath and wipe your sword. Sleep. Then, once satisfied, you lay down again and try to sleep. Jan flutters down and resettles on your shoulder. Your dreams are full of plagued victims, their faces raw with boils and streaming with sores. The rest of the night passes silently. Now let's go. A whale? What do you mean, whale? The slow, careful creature of great wisdom and deep honor, the whale moves through deep, dark places but leaves barely a ripple on the surface. Interesting. You rise from your spot beneath the tree. As you gather your things, Jan leaps up and onto your shoulder.
Ready to go?
He chirps. You rejoin the path on the far side of Biritanti. The sun sits on the horizon like a gleaming jewel. If all goes well, you will reach Torapani today, the last village in the Shamutanti Hills. After a short climb, the path breaks, heading uphill to the left and downhill to the right. Ask Jan his advice. Which way, Jan?
The right is a forest. To the left is the going is easier.
The path heads through... Oh, wait.
The path heads through a field of black flowers to Torapani.
I want to go through the forest. You'll get no more from the creature, with Torapani so close. It hardly matters which way you go, surely. I'll go this way. We go right, I decide.
Then be on your guard,
Jan warns you. You climb a rise. The way is not too steep, and as noon approaches, you have crested the ridge and are descending yet again. You are now at the highest point of the hills, where the trees are thin. The view west goes on forever, and sometimes you catch glimpses of Kar on the northern horizon. Let's keep going. You decide not to stop and eat, but push on. Jan is in a talkative mood and fills the air around with his chatter, but about what he can see and how things smell and what he plans to do once he makes his fortune in Kar. You pass from the open hillside into the patch of a deep forest. Quite suddenly, Jan falls quiet and hisses in your ear.
Stop! Stop now!
Why?
Because...
He insists, a creature in a tiny voice.
Because something is following us.
Come to a dead stop. Jan is right. Something is moving through the trees behind you. A moment later, a point of steel has emerged from the darkness between two trees and touches your neck.
You've seen me.
Whispers a voice.
I know it.
Draw my sword. You have a moment to draw your sword before the tall, dark figure of an assassin emerges from the trees. He is dressed head to toe in black, and you had not seen him a moment before, even though he had been standing a mere arm's length away. He wields a sharp scimitar in expert hands. Fight him. Shing! You bring your sword up to bear. Defend! Okay. The assassin nods at you, raises his curved sword in salute, and readies his stance. You drop into a defensive crouch immediately. The assassin is prepared, the most fearsome opponent you have so far encountered. He covers himself as well. Defend again. You hold firm and keep up your defense, and he hangs back and watches you without emotion. Closing his eyes, the assassin murmurs a quick prayer as he sets his stance. Defend again! You circle around him at arm's length as he powers forward, but it only tires him out. You are mostly unharmed. Charge! Oh shit. That's bad. Time to attack. You rush forward with a deep, heavy slash, but the impact clangs against. Assassin whispers a mantra as he readies his blade. Defend again. Alright, alright. You drop yourself into a crouch as he attempts a strong stroke. You parry as best you can. The assassin spins his sword about to shift the sword across his body. Defend again! Oh, crap. My duty is to sever your head from your neck, he tells you in a voice as cold, as polished as marble. You will not hold me from it. Go! Durr! Acting quickly, you swing a masterful swipe, outclassing his own sword swing. Defend again. Awesome. Let's do this. You whip up your defenses and he circles away. Cut! Again, he defends. Fuck! Okay. Leaping into action, you dive forward with a deep, heavy blow, but the blow jumps back off of his... the hilt... what? Jumps back off the hilt of his blade. He grimaces with effort. Blood drips from the assassin's tunic. He curses under his breath. Breathing deeply, the assassin mouths a quick prayer. Defend. You ready yourself to block as he lunges forward, but it exhausts him. You are mostly unharmed. Cut! That's fine, that's fine. Fainting left, you sweep a masterful slash, but the impact clangs against his weapon. He smiles. He is left breathless, but otherwise unharmed. You will die out here, the assassin informs you, his tone like ice. Defend. You duck down into a low stance as he tries to a deep slice, but you roll out of the way, mostly unhurt. Defend again. You hold firm and keep up your defense, and he waits and watches you in return. Hit him with a 5.6! Not bad, not bad. And then, we hit him again! Ugh! Got him. Fucking got him. So easy. 5 stamina lost. Shameful. Fuck you. The trees watch as the battle unfolds. Relentlessly, you two cut and thrust. Keeping him pinned, you charge forward with a deep, heavy swipe. He is off balance and moving slowly, and the blade goes deep. He turns and mumbles, releasing his sword as he topples. I am not so proud as to not admit when I am beaten, he groans. You may finish me if you choose, but if you do, do me an honor and use my own blade. The assassin is not dead, but lies on the floor gasping. Spare him. Then get up, you tell him, holding your sword back. But not putting it away yet. He nods and sheaths his own blade. You are an honorable man. I am glad to meet you. Now you have saved me. You own me, in part. My name is Flanker, and I'm an assassin and a thief. Why did you attack me? It is a simple matter. I pick on wayfarers for practice in hiding and in killing. I assumed you could be no match, especially when I saw your pet. He points briefly at the Minimite, who is currently hiding under a fold in your tunic. But I see I was wrong. He bows his head once, perhaps in respect, perhaps from the pain of his injuries. You are traveling to Kar? he asks. Yes.
I go that way as well. I will not travel with you, but once you are there, perhaps I will see you. If so, I will not forget the debt I owe you.
I will remember you there. He bows his head again. This time it is definitely from pain.
Oh,
He hisses.
you cannot aid me.
Help him. No, you reply. I have caused your wounds. I will help you. He grins with gritted teeth.
Are you a doctor? I do not think you are.
Bind his wounds. Tearing strips of dark fabric from his clothing, you bind his wounds tightly, and the bleeding lessens.
You are too kind to a man who is about to kill you,
He murmurs. Let that be your lesson, I reply, as you gather up your things and head out of the forest, leaving him behind. You have a sense that you have made a powerful friend. Woo! Badass. Let's fucking go. Leave the trees. How much longer do you think...
How much longer do you think we'll be traveling today?
The mini-mite on your shoulder asks.
I'm hungry and tired. We've got such a long way.
We can stop here. The mini-mite complains.
You'd like that, I'm sure you would.
You continue along the path and around the side of the hill. A wooden hut is set into the slope, with an old woman sitting on the front step. A river seems to emerge from beneath her. As you get closer, you realize the water flows underneath her house, and the house itself is set on splayed struts like an insect, straddling the water course. A few paces from the front of the house, the water plunges over the edge of the sheer cliff and disappears. Greet the woman. Greetings, you call. The woman looks up at you and smiles.
Come over here, won't you?
She calls.
I could barely see you.
She's gonna be like, bibbidi bobbidi boo, and fucking just zap me and fucking turn me into like a sludge or something. That's what I'm feeling. You approach the old woman. She smiles a toothless smile. Gets up from the step.
Come on in, please.
She beckons.
I get so lonely living out here on my own, away from the villages.
Go inside. Thank you. You follow... She looks so sussy. You follow her inside and take a seat by a long wooden table.
I'll bring us some tea.
She says. She sounds almost nervous. Hurrying to her kitchen, she returns with 2 large cups.
Watch it,
Jan whispers in your ear.
I don't trust this one.
Make conversation. The tea is still hot. You cup it between your hands as you speak. This is a beautiful place, you remark. Watching the river outside the door plunging away over the cliff face.
This the top of the crystal waterfall, she says. The river runs right under my house. They say it carries all my goodness and youth away while I sleep, and the villagers bathe in it for luck.
She giggles meanly.
I'm sure it isn't quite true.
Well, what's your name?
They call me Gaza Moon,
She replies with a smile.
I used to be quite well known in my way.
You nod, but you have never heard of her. Why do you live alone? Must be more dangerous.
Oh,
She smiles sweetly.
no one bothers me. Why would they?
I smile and nod. Make the sip to your tea, then when the old woman stops you, catching your arm before the cup reaches your lips.
Oh!
She says suddenly.
I'd forgotten the pot.
She goes back to the kitchen to fetch it. This shit is fucking... Switch cups with her. While she is away from the table, you switch the 2 cups around. Then when she returns, you lift the one closest to you and drink. A sudden, deep pain grips your stomach and you double over. What's happening? You wince and cough as you find yourself seizing up. Suspicious stranger! Oh, suspicious stranger, laughs the woman. I can count on travelers suspecting my witchcraft. Oh, shit. She predicted I'd do that. Fuck. Please, release me! You try to shout out, but you are paralyzed and quite powerless. The old woman begins to search through your bag. Jan flits about in some distress, unsure what to do. Then with a coo of delight, she pulls out the spellbook page you were given by the old man in the tree. My book, she cries. The missing page!
Why didn't you tell me you had my missing spell?
She scurries off into the kitchen and returns with a cup of liquid, which she pours into your half-open mouth while clucking and stroking your head. It is an antidote, and you feel your body slowly unfreeze. Finally, she slaps you to bring you around. What is the spell? You ask.
It's a spell of pest repulsion. You have no idea how useful it is around here.
She shakes her head.
4 days ago, I was visited by a traveler such as yourself, but when I was away making my tea, as I always do, he started leafing around through my book and tore out a page. He must have been a wizard of power because he vanished almost too fast for me to curse him.
What curse did you cast?
Well, you saw him, she replies. I aged him. Didn't stop him escaping, though.
She fusses with the page, repairing her spellbook with some gentle magic.
Shall I show you how useful the spell is?
She says. What do you mean?
Well,
She makes a little gesture to something behind you.
how can I put this? You're sure you don't want me to rid of you a pest?
And you realize she's looking at Jan. I have no pests.
No,
She agrees with some disgust.
you seem rather clean.
She gets to her feet. You'd best be going. Jan hops onto your shoulder, whispering profuse thanks into your ear, and you leave. I'm like fucking guts right now. I got like a little fairy with me everywhere. Fucking badass. It is now late afternoon. You pass over the brow of the next hill, and below you is the village of the Torapani, slung from one side of the valley to the next like a flood barrier. Let's observe it. I like being careful. Torapani is a village of the Sfin, an aggressive-looking race of man-orcs. You might expect their village to be rowdy, but it seems strangely quiet. Go into town, sure. Still, there is no way around it. You have to go through. You enter the village. There is a definite air of depression hanging over the place. The Sfins are they're going about their business slowly and miserably, and pay you no heed. You sit yourself down on a tree stump in the very center of the village to consider your options. Make contact with the villagers first. You spy a group of Sfins sitting outside a low hut. You walk over and sit yourself down. They are discussing a friend, apparently killed in the night by an assassin's curved blade. I met this assassin, you remark, boldly interrupting, out in the forest. You have met him? You still alive? One Sfin replies thickly. I killed him, you lie. The Sfin spit a gob of green goop onto the ground. What the fuck? Green goop. You do good, but you're one day late for us. Another Sfin bangs his head down on the table. But with Ash dead, who saved Tia? Who's Tia? Our flower. The Sfin who answers wipes a tear from the corner of his eye, scratching himself painfully with an uncut fingernail. Ugh! Tia is a chief's daughter, the other Sfin says. Ash was to save her. Now Ash not alive. So Tia soon not alive. You need a new hero. We do, replies the Sfin. Where do we find one? He pretends to look under a nearby rock, and two other Sfins laugh, despite their sour mood. Trouble is, another says, our village die of chief line end. Tia is end, so if end ends, we end. All very sad. Very sad, they all agree. Who you? One asks suddenly, as if one just thinking of it. He prods you in the chest. Traveler. Traveler? A sly gleam enters the biggest one's eye. Great traveler? The greatest. Best is good. Meek. Tifa. He signals to the others, who are quickly on their feet, big hefty arms swinging for you. We take to chief! Before you can resist, they have you and are hauling you bodily into their shoulders. Jan clings onto your shoulders, refusing to be shaken free. Should I pray? Pray to my spirit for aid. In a whisper, you begin a prayer to your spirit. the wail for aid. Nothing happens immediately. Then you reach a low hut and are thrown to the earth. Your arms and legs are released. Perhaps your spirit has heard you. You cannot be sure. But now that you have summoned the powers above, they will not help you again. The door is slammed and locked. A moment later, it reopens, and your possessions are thrown inside. Eat something. Pulling your knapsack, you pull out a portion of your cheese and bread and eat it. Nothing else happens. I'll try to sleep. Figuring they will probably now wait until daylight, you put your head down to sleep. Your dreams are filled with grasping hands and long dark nails scratching at your flesh. However much you toss and turn on the floor, you cannot quite get them out of your mind. Not a very good rest. Daybreak. You are still alone. An hour passes before you hear any noise outside. And then the door to the hut opens and 5 Svins come in. They drag you roughly out and across the street to another hut where an old man with gray hair sits. He is wearing outlandish, colorful robes.
My name, Proseus. Chief.
He slaps his chest twice. Boom, boom.
I apologize.
Then he bows, brushing the dust on the floor with his sleeves. Apology accepted. The chief nods. He waves to a menial who brings in bread and milk. Eat it. Gratefully, you bolt down the meal. It does not seem to be poison and it nourishes you. The bowl is removed and the chief squats down in a pool of cloth. Jan cowers under your own cloak, hoping to go unnoticed.
I have need of you and your strength.
I will kill you! That is just the most fucking out-of-pocket shit ever. Just after apology accepted, just chilling, and then just say, I will kill you. I will fucking kill you. Okay. I will help if I can. The chief bows.
I am grateful. My daughter, the child, she is taken, offered to a terrible demon below.
She deserves it. You want me to rescue her? The chief nods.
Succeed, and you may choose your reward. Fail, and...
I'll do it. The chief nods.
I hope you will.
He gestures to the other Svins who, still, taking no chances, grab you by your arms and haul you to your feet. Let's go. This will be the final battle before I decide to end stream. You are led along a short pathway through the forest to a crack in the ground. One Svin has brought a rope and another a blanket. They are preparing to lower you down into the pit of the earth itself. Take the adventure. You wait until they are ready, then step into the basket. The chief nods to you with respect.
Watch the darkness,
he declares as they start to lower you down. From your shoulder, Jan murmurs,
We're in trouble now.
He shivers.
You don't realize. You can't use magic with me around, and I'm not going anywhere.
You hit the floor with a thud and peer into the darkness. Your eyes can make out nothing but a slight breeze suggests endless space in all directions. You are blind, helpless, trapped. Something clatters to your feet from above. One of the Svins shouts something down to you. Feel around the ground. Crouch down and feel around your feet until your hand closes in on the base of something. You pick it up. It is a dry wood torch. Something else falls from above and strikes you on the head.
Tinderbox!
Calls the voice. Feel around for the tinderbox. Rubbing the bruise on your head, you reach down and find the tinderbox. Light the torch. You strike a light and torch blazes into flame. You can see now that you are in a large cavern, wide and deep. At the far end, passageways disappear to the left and right. Through an uneven rockfall at the far end of the cavern, you hear a murmur. Listen by the rocks. You clamber over the rocks at the edge of the cavern to investigate the sound. It is a whimpering, coming from the other side of the pile of stones. The Sven girl, perhaps? She came in this way, but then the cave-in blocked off her path. You will have to find another way to reach her. Shit. We always going left, baby! You go left, and creep slowly into the darkness, ears straining for the sound of approaching threat. But all you can hear is Jan's quiet whimpering. The passageway slopes down a short way, then ends in a T-junction. Oh boy, 2 stones are stacked on top of one another against the wall here. Examine the stones. There's nothing special about the 2 stones except that they happen to be on top of one another. Turn back. The square of sunlight lights up in the middle of the cave. Go straight on. You push on, further into darkness. The passage rises up in a gentle incline at the top. Thick crystal seam glitters in the torchlight, and the tunnel splits. Look at the crystal. The seam seems to be made of pure diamond. It has no doubt in quest of that these tunnels were carved. But why is no one mining here now? Dig out the crystal. You try to pry some diamonds loose from the incredible seam in the rock, but your sword is not up to the task, and you would only make it blunt. You could perhaps return it with the proper pick, but only if you can escape these tunnels first. Go right. You turn right. Walk down the path for several minutes, then slip on some dirt, and the ground beneath your feet gives away. You plunge into a hidden pit, land on something soft. Look around. Oh, shit. Not yet counting your luck, you look around, and sure enough, you are out of the frying pan and into the reptile den. You are in a pit of snakes. I can't use magic. You utter a quick prayer to your whale, your spirit, but you do not feel its presence near, of course. You have called on to its help already, and it will not assist you again. Try something else. You swing your torch, trying to stave off the creatures. Fight them. You draw your sword and slash and cut a serpent after serpent. There are hundreds of them. Soon the ground is slippery with blood. Then you slip and fall, and the snake are upon you in seconds. What's my fate? You are strangled to death. Shit. I fucking died. Hold on. Put me back. There we go. Rewind. I want to go right that one time. Take the adventure. Feel around the ground. Get my torch. Get my tinderbox. Light the torch. You strike a light and the torch blazes into flame. This time I'll go right. Turn right, creeping slowly forward. Oh, this is the crystal again. And the tunnel ends in a T-junction. Go left. You go left. Here the cave system widens. Pendulous stalactites hang from ceiling as if about to fall and skewer you into place. You skirt between them, following a thin, safe path until a side passage opens on the right. Go right. You take the right-hand tunnel. After a few minutes, walk up a shallow incline. You begin to hear something in the distance, a low rumbling. Turn and run. Turn and run, but not fast enough. The rumbling gets louder and louder until you look over your shoulder and see an enormous boulder rolling speedily. Shit! You will not let your journey end here. Ooh. Find a gap to squeeze into. You look quickly for it. Fuck. Listen by the rocks. Climb the rocks and investigate the sound. It is a whimpering sound coming from the other side of the pile of stones. Wait, where was the stone? Let's go left again. 2 stones are stacked on top of each other, one against the wall here. Let's go right. Turn right. Here the cave system widens. Pendulous stalactites hang from the ceiling. It's about to fall. Skirt between them, following a thin path until a side passage opens to the left. Go straight on. You push on. The passage rises up a great incline atop a thick crystal glimmers in the torchlight in a pathway. opens on your right. Look at the crystal. Seems me beta blah blah blah. These tunnels car. Go straight on. Creep forward through the dark. You walk down the passage for several minutes and slip on some dirt, and the ground beneath your feet gives... Oh my god. Look around. It's the fucking snakes again. I think I'm dead. Fuck. Shit. Can I not do anything? Am I just screwed? Because I can't use my magic. Shit. I want to save this girl. Turn back. The square of sunlight lights up in the middle of this cave. Climb out of the hole. Set your toes into a crevice near the base of the rock and wall. Begin to try climbing a way out. The stone is coarse and cruel on your fingers. As soon as it cuts below your ankles and your knees and elbows, halfway up the slope begins to crack to a curve and ongoing gets more difficult. Keep going. You will not give up. You keep climbing one after the next. Then something at the end is dropped straight into your face. You lose your grip and fall. Do I survive? You hit the floor with a horrible crunch. Your ankle is badly twisted and you are lucky not to have broken your neck. The rope is quickly whisked up again, out of sight. Go straight on. Push on further onto darkness. The passageway slopes into two stones. Ah. Go right. Take the right tunnel. Here the cave system winds, blah blah. We've seen this already. Go left. You can't. Yes, I told you, you can't do magic when I'm around. Run for it. Oh man, dude. This is tough. Okay. Go left. Go right. Go straight on. Go right. Back beneath the crack in the ceiling through which you came. Go straight on. Stacked pair of stones here as well. Okay. There's nothing special about the two stones except they happen to be on top of one another. So is this progress? I've never seen this yet before. Go left. Another pair of stones are stacked in one corner. Okay, okay. I'm making progress. Go right. The cave floor here is an inch deep in water, dripping from an arched ceiling far above. The droplets that land on Gemutter's water plays havoc with my wings. Okay. Single stone sits by the wall. Sits by the wall. Go left. Slip through the opening in the left wall. It is suddenly more difficult, and you realize that the tunnel is climbing a quite sharp gradient. As you enter, two stones rolled by down the slope. Go Go left. The path twists and bends and jackknifes, and then a crawl space gapes on your right. 2 more stones are stacked against the wall. These rocks don't look like they fell like that, Jan remarks. Go right. Go right. The tunnel drops down. You've been here before. And a side passage breathes a gentle wind on the right. A pair of stones sit on... Go right. It's gentle wind. Soon you are back in the spot of the sunlight below the opening. Back here again, Jan observes. You're going around in circles. Go straight on. Move toward the tunnel. Quite sure you're going in circles. The ground begins to slope upwards and the walls begin to glitter as the counter seam of crystal. You've seen this way before? Here the winding seam reaches a split. Oh, I don't know where to go. Crap. Alright. Go... right? Left? Left. Let's just go left. Take the left passage. You are in the chamber of stalactites. Uh-oh. Perhaps the same as you visited before, then a passageway yawns on your right. Go straight on. Crack opens on the left. Go left. Back again beneath the opening in the ceiling. Crap. Okay, go straight on. Okay, so we're at the crystal. When did... go right, go right. Okay, so... the fucking snakes. Fuck. Alright. So... Alright. So, let's go left first, since that's where the 2 stones... Okay. I'm gonna make like a fucking map of this shit. I'm actually gonna draw a map here. I wanna fucking do this shit. Okay. Alright. Let's go left again. Tunnel twists and bends sharply. River now since dried away. You lose all sense of which way is which except to keep going forward where the tunnel splits. Stack. Okay. Alright, there's 2 stones here as well. Go right. You turn right, the cave floor is an inch deep in water dripping from an arched ceiling above. Okay. Single stone. So we got the single stone. Go left. Swoop through the opening in the left wall. Suddenly more difficult and you realize the tunnel. Highest point in the side passage. As you enter, 2 stones roll away down the slope. Alright. I wrote it down. Let's go. So, little stones roll away downwards into the... Wait, is climbing... Go straight on. Push on. The cave walls crush in close. The rock is squeezing you to death. Your shoulders rub against the walls when you feel certain you can go no further. The path you are creeping through forks again. Another pair of stones are stacked in one corner. Okay. Go Examine the stones. There's nothing special about the two stones if they happen to be on top of one another. Okay. Let's go right. You take the right-hand tunnel. You walk down the passage for several minutes, then slip on some dirt. Ground. Fuck. Alright. So that's a dead end. Alright. I'm gonna speedrun this now. Oops. So we go left. Then we go right. Then we go left again. Oh, what the fuck? Is this like a troll? Like, is there like no way to get out of this if I have this fucking little dude? What? Am I just screwed? Hold on. I gotta check something. I'm not looking up the... Not looking up the solution, though. Don't worry about that. Alright. Well, I'm dead now. So that fucking sucks. Guess I'll redo that. So, go left. Go right. Oh. Go straight on, I guess? Okay. Okay, that's a straight on, so... Go straight on. Oh my god, the snakes again. Fuck. Left. Go right. Left. Oh my... What the fuck? I swear to god I did that before already. Damn it. Gotta go back again. Oh my god, this is hard. What the fuck? Okay. Left. Stones means I'm doing good, I think. So, go right. Go straight on. Go right. Ugh. Go straight. Left. Okay, tunnel twist, blah, bend sharply. Another fork. I want to go left. Okay. I'm gonna go left again. Go left. Echo of whimpering. Oh! Yes! I did it! Oh! I did it! I fucking made it. Holy shit. Okay. I guess the trick is to just keep fucking going left, I guess. Whatever. Sick. So fucking good at this game. Alright. You follow the passageway when you hear an echo whimpering coming up the corridor. Your torchlight falls across a frail shape. Hiding in the shadows is the young Sphin girl, stacking stones into hundreds of little towers. Come with me. You hold out your hand and the girl takes it and gets to her feet.
We'll have to be quiet,
She hisses.
or else.
Suddenly there's a loud roaring from the mouth of this short cavern. The walls begin to shake and crumble. The Sphinx stones tower, topple, and scatter. To one side, a gap in the rubble begins to open, letting through a mean shaft of light. But before you can head for it, the roaring sound is joined by the scream of the Sphin girl. You turn slowly and peer into the gloom, back along the tunnel. Is there something moving? Something coming closer? Perhaps the roaring is the wind rushing through the tunnels. Something is coming. You hear the scrabbling sound of claws on rock, and the exit from the tunnel is blocked by a dark and looming shape, a manticore, huge, terrible. It stands between you and the light and the howls in bloody rage. What do I want to look at the creature floor? I'm gonna fight it! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun! Eyes focus tightly on the terrible sting. Defend! Ooh! Big hit. Ooh, you're not gonna like what's coming next, buddy. Brace yourself as it comes down and leap inside the claws raking your skin. I'm gonna go all in, baby. Urgh! That's right, bitch! Oh man, this thing's huge. I'm gonna beat it, though. This is gonna be so easy. The creature snarls and snaps its jaws. You must finish this monster before it finishes you. With the rock wall at your back, you have no way to hide, but a perfect platform to spring forward. You race at the manticore, just as it swings its tail down like a hammer stroke. As it rears, you push your sword up against its exposed belly. You have opened a deep wound in its side. The Sphin girl cheers! The manticore shifts away and opens its enormous jaws, which look so human, but contain an impossible number of teeth, each one dripping with a mixture of saliva and blood. Defend! Ho ho, baby! Warily, you move into your defensive crouch. The manticore lows and tries to ram you. You give silent thanks for your concentration. The beast growls at you. The walls shiver with its fury. The Sphin girl edges nearer, as if thinking of scratching the creature with her claws.
It's scared, she whispers to you. You might not believe me, but you've scared it.
Defend again. Oh, baby. Shit, that's actually bad. They remain hidden. The manticore rushes you at the last moment. You jump aside. With everything I've got! Yes! Boom! In the darkness of the cave, it is hard to read the monster's intentions, but you cannot wait forever. Charging forward, you cut into it like a butcher. Blood is now coursing freely through its thick fur. Okay, it used 5.3. How much do I got? Just 5. I'm gonna defend again. Yeah, okay. You can almost smell the creature growing in rage and drops quickly away. The manticore makes a nasty swipe with its fearsome claws, but you duck and escape real injury. The manticore chomps and grinds its teeth, and its expression an ugly frown. Cut! Oh yeah, baby. Get fucked. Boom. Manticore laughs at you with a human expression of twisted joy. You risk an attack. Racing across the stone, you charge the headlong towards the manticore, catching it a light below. It curses you in an almost human tongue. Defend again! You sense the creature getting angry and moving quickly into a crouch. The manticore whips out. rears back way as it opens its wings to fill the room. Defend! That's bad for me, but I'm gaining power. And now, I swing with everything I got. Boom! You spy an advantage, the kind that can change the course of a battle. Bellowing, you race at the manticore. Just as it charges you, you catch it rearing up and exposed. The creature crashes against one wall. Dust Rock dust pours onto its back, but as it tries to shake itself, it stumbles. You can hardly dare to hope. The foul beast is weakening. The creature stretches its wide jaws and roars. Hit it again! Yes! You stand firm. You swing a mighty stroke against the monster, slipping a light strike past the manticore's outstretched claws. Defend. Ugh. Manticore roars. The ground itself seems to shake with its anger. Cut! Boom! You must kill this creature. Dropping your weight, you chop a heavy swing at the vile beast. Catching the manticore, a passing cut, the manticore screams and howls in a voice that is almost human. It is dying, slowly, furiously, but nonetheless, it weakens. Let's see if I can get it! Oh! Crap, that hurt. Ugh. Defend! Finish him! Ugh! Got him. Back against the rock, you deliver a ferocious stab at the foul creature. Your sword blade seemed almost to be possessed. It finds its way past the manticore's sweeping claws, through its thick hide and down into its ancient, cruel heart. For a moment, it howls loud enough to make the walls shake, and then everything falls very quiet. We did it. The only noise in the chamber is the hammering of your heart and the quiet breathing of the Sphin Girl. Then the Minimite breaks out into a loud cheer, whooping and punching the air. You bow to him.
Thank you,
The Sphin Girl murmurs, then tugging at your arm.
this way.
She leads you toward the light, through a gap in the rocks, to the pool of sunlight in the first cavern. You wave the torch, hoping to attract attention. Tell the girl to call up. Girl, call to your father. The Sphin child nods mutely, then bawls at the top of her lungs.
Proceeds, I'm here.
Then something drops down, a rope with a basket on the end. Get in together, Chief, the chief calls from above.
We'll pull you both up.
Get in. Send the girl up first. You lift the girl into the basket and call up.
Haul away.
The Spins give a great cry and begin to pull up, and the basket starts to slowly rise, spinning as it goes. The girl waves to you as she disappears into the sunlight. Then she is gone. Wait. A minute passes. Nothing. Call up. Throw down the rope. Nothing. The tunnel echoes very slightly. Noise from the depths. Perhaps the manticore was not alone. Wait a little longer. Wait a little longer, settling down in your pack. You can imagine the celebration going on above the ground. Tears and grateful reunion. No surprise that they lose track of you, down here in the dark. And then, sure enough, the basket and the rope tumble down. You clamber quickly in, and they haul you up. Above the ground, the chief himself helps you out onto the grass. His daughter is with him, clutching his hand.
My daughter tells you fight bravely, he says. For that, I grateful. I invite you with us back, Torapani. Will you come?
See, I trust people. I am a very trusting person, and of course, it paid off. They came. And I wasn't even worried. I knew they were gonna come back. I'm a fucking badass. I don't give a shit.
I'm a stud.
A little generosity cannot hurt you, you nod. I will come. As you enter the village, it erupts into celebration. You are given a place to stay and recuperate from your long journey. A visit to the healing priest treats your wounds, and then when you emerge, it is to find the village before so somber and silent, now in full life. Flowers are tied to every rooftop, and bands of spins are playing music on long, strangely sharp-shaped lyres. Lyres? Whatever. You are whisked away into the dance by Proceus's daughter, before the chief can welcome you to the feast. The night is glorious. The night you sleep heavy and rise the next morning to continue your journey. The chief meets you before you go.
My good friend,
He declares.
you saved us.
He presses 2 gifts into your hands, a pouch of 10 gold pieces, a fortune for a place like this, and a key.
This open the South City Gate of Kar.
He tells you.
I hope it is use.
Ho ho! See, being a good person always pays off. Oh, hey, Ven. When did you get here? If I'd like to come at some point, we do play an Overwatch. Just now? Oh, okay. Cool. I was about to end the stream because I just did a lot of fucking I just did like a huge adventure to save a woman, an ogre woman or orc or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, I could play a little bit of Overwatch. All right.
I hope it is in use.
Time to go. You take your leave. The path winds away from Torapani, and soon you are on downward slope, away from the Shamutanti Hills. Through stepped rice fields, as you walk, you feel for the first time the loneliness of the path ahead. Though Kar is as busy as it is cruel. Or is it Kare? Kare? Kare is a busy city. It is cruel. And beyond Kare, there is nothing but the vicious wasteland. You will have no one to trust in the days ahead. For a brief moment up on the hills above the path, you see a figure stealing its way along by some high and secret route. A figure all in black, but when you shade your eyes against the sun, whatever was there has disappeared. It's my friend. It's my assassin friend, right? From your shoulder, you feel Jan hop away into the air.
I didn't mind the manticore, he hisses, but this place I'm afraid of. Take care. You'll need it.
Then he buzzes away into the sky and is gone. You're not exactly sorry to see him go, but you wonder if you'll ever see him again. Oh man, we're already to Kari. To Kari! Your journey through Shamutanti Hills is completed. Shamutanti Hills is completed. Along the way, you have gained the friendship of Flanker the Assassin, and have been given the key to the gates of Kare. You have collected a few magical artifacts, 3 giants, teeth, and a bamboo pipe. You are armed with a broadsword and your original sword, and have 1 ration and 15 gold pieces, and a spellbook. Continue. The adventure continues in Sorcery 2, Kare City Port of Traps. Okay, let me write that down. Uhibu! Wow, I didn't think I'd actually finish this shit already. Well, we're gonna be on Sorcery 2 next time I stream. But that was fun. That was a fun little story. We did it. That was part 1 of Sorcery. Wait, the Crown of Kings has been stolen by the Archmage and taken across the backlands of Mampang. You have been seen to get it back. Should you fail, the whole of Kakabad will surely fall. A journey began. Wait, is this just putting me in part 2? From the outpost settlement in Analand, you cross the Shamutanti Hills. Along the way, you spared the life of a defeated assassin, traveled with a Minimite who almost cost you your life, and fought and killed the dreaded Manticore. You faced starvation and disease. A test of character. To survive, you used your blade often, but always acted cautiously with honor and compassion. Your spirit guide has changed as you changed, becoming the whale. But now all of that seems to be a distant memory, for you are approaching Kare, the city port of traps. Yeah, this is probably just the... Yep. Founded on a ford of Jabaji River, Kare was once a camp for the pirates who ambushed merchants sailing from Lake Lumle to the sea. But the camp grew. It became a village. The village became a town, and now Kare is a magnet for the ne'er-do-wells and thieves, ruled over by a council of villains. Let the city do its worst. It is a place of treachery and traps. You will have to be constantly on your guard as you cross. Your goal is the North Gate, the only entrance to the Backlands, the next stage of your journey. For the good of the kingdom, you must enter the city ports of traps and make it out alive. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Inkle I don't care. I don't care. I just want to exit the game now, please. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna end the stream as this whole fucking intro's going. Yep, this is gonna be part 2 for next time. I'm gonna be playing part 2 next time, and we'll see how this ends up going. So now I'm just gonna be playing Overwatch with my friends, and probably not gonna stream that. And yeah, this will be on YouTube, and YouTube watchers, if you're seeing this, hope you subscribe and whatnot. That would be good for me. That'd be awesome. I would love that. I like having new friends and chatters. So, later, everybody. I am going to stop the stream now. I'm gonna stop. Wait. Not yet. 4. We must take one more look at Grottle before we end the stream. Oh yeah. That's a fine Grottle. Take care, everyone.